Hi, we're Joel and Lia.
And this video is about things British people do that offends Americans, but we didn't really know we were offending them in the first place.
Yeah. As many of you have pointed out, we're very ignorant sometimes. We can be, us Brits, we can be wrapped up in ourselves.
Yeah.
Thinking we're the best island on the earth.
I love it when you call us an island. It reminds me that we're an island.
We're a tiny little island and we love it.
You know, I just think we're this huge empire.
I know, well we used to be, as we said, we used to be.
It was all ours, wasn't it,
We
Joel?
were the king and queen of Britain.
Yes.
And now everyone's got their own control of their countries, which is how it should be, I suppose.
These two olive-skinned Brits.
Yes.
We were the rulers of the UK.
Yeah, we're not very Anglo, are we?
No, we're not, are we?
I mean, I'm paler than you in this, but yeah, I'm not.
No.
What is it, Viking or Anglo-Saxon? No, I look more Viking.
Do you?
Anglo-Saxons tend to be
More
the fair.
blonde, yeah. Blonde and blue-eyed.
Anyway. So yeah, these are things that we didn't realise are offensive to Americans. Just so you guys know, this video has been sponsored by Squarespace. We love Squarespace. We're very grateful to be working with them.
If you don't know by now, Squarespace is a platform where you can build your own website, launch your blog, share with the world your passion. It's so worth trying out a free trial and designing what it is you want to show to the world. So give it a go, the link's in our description.
On with the video. The first one is an obvious one. Swearing.
And can I just say that all of these have come from BBC America.
Oh yeah.
/ Anglophenia.
Well, it's BBC America, and then it's a section of the website called Anglophenia, which is all to do with British stuff.
Yes, so if we say anything offensive, you can blame them, not us.
Yeah, it's not us. And Anglophenia have said the first one is swearing.
So yeah, it's us sort of swearing a little bit in sentences. A lot of Brits do it. A lot of people have a foul mouth. Yeah,
it seems to be a stereotype of Brits, doesn't it? But it's a weird stereotype, and this is why I guess stereotypes don't really exist, because it's like people think Brits have a stiff upper lip and are very posh and very poised. But then at the same time, people think Brits have a real, like, foul mouth. So it's like, which one is correct?
Yeah, I know. It's just vulgar words that we use, that often we use, and maybe it's from a certain section of society. Don't want to pick anyone out because that's not fair. You've got the upper class that swear loads. You've got lower classes that also swear. That's not good everywhere, but you know, it does offend a lot of people, not just Americans. Yeah,
I don't know how true this one is, because I mean, lots of the stereotype as well seems to be like the king or queen of all swear words is the C word.
Oh, the C word.
And that Brits fling it about like it's nothing, whereas in America that's seen as like, oh my gosh, that's awful. But normally Brits as well would be like, oh my gosh, that's a severe swear word. So like obviously people do say it.
Yeah.
But like it's not exactly like you wouldn't say it in front of your parents.
No way. I know someone who uses the F word every other word.
I hate it so much.
It's not nice, is it?
I wrote a thing at university why I think swearing shows a lack of vocabulary.
That's good. It's just because they haven't got the word, so they just put a swear word in where there would have been
like a crutch.
A describing word.
Yeah. Like how we say like all the time.
Oh my gosh, there should be a like counter on this video. Ding, 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 ding.
That's a lot of work.
Everyone have a drink. Yeah, that is a lot of work. Everyone have a drink every time Joel and Lia say like.
Yeah. Or let me hear.
Yeah. Do you know what? If it wasn't a two-person channel, there wouldn't be so much agreement. So we wouldn't say yeah all the time.
Exactly.
Which is why we're going into old territory here, but there's a big deal on why there's so much yeah.
You have to show agreement and support for your co-star.
Your co-star. If there wasn't yeses all the time, or yes, how would we know that what we've said has been heard?
Oh, and there's plenty of duos out there that just sit in silence and watch the other one.
I can't deal with it.
And then turn towards the camera, it's like, this is a conversation.
They're like, now my turn.
Yeah.
But we're a conversation.
Please.
And for that reason, you should subscribe.
Yes. Ding, click it.
That was you clicking it.
Yeah, please subscribe. We can see when you're not subscribed, so subscribe. We know you exist. Ghost viewers.
Ghost viewers. Right, next one is
S-E-X.
Sex talk.
Sex talk, toilet humour. That's another thing that triggers Americans.
I didn't know that this was a big no-no, you see. Not that I talk about sex all the time, because I don't.
But again, it's funny because this one stereotype is that Brits would be, lots of people would think like of Jane Austen and things like that and be like, oh, Brits would never talk about. But Brits love talking, like with close friends, about toilet humour stuff and sex.
Yeah. I mean, it was only on the weekend that we were talking with our close friend about all things toilet humour and sexual. Not combined.
No.
No.
But just in, we were in public. We were literally sat having a cream tea, scones, jam, tea, coffee.
You're not going to say the rest of the sentence.
And talking about something that was very inappropriate. But it's a bonding experience,
It really is, yeah. We all advise each other on things. It's great.
There's nothing out of bounds between us three.
No, not at all.
This is Christy we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in our imaginary friend.
Yeah, I imagine you and I in our imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Let's talk about sex.
So the next one we know very well.
Yes.
It's Americans obviously hate it when we criticise America.
Oh yeah.
Which obviously people take some of what we say to criticise America. I'd say it's not. No,
America, have we?
But people take it because we joke. It's because we make jokes about things.
Yeah.
And people are like, that means you hate America, and we're like, no,
it
we
doesn't
don't.
actually. We love our holidays in America.
Oh, we love them.
Yeah.
And would we spend time making videos about America if we hated it?
No.
No is the answer to that question.
We wouldn't.
But yeah, obviously Americans don't like it. I think maybe because we used to rule America, so they're triggered. Like anytime any Brit has anything to do with America, they're like, no, we're independent.
Oh, that's interesting.
They're like the child that's had freedom from their parents.
Right.
And they're like, don't talk to me, Mom. Don't tell me what to do.
Bacon's good for me.
Bacon is good for me.
Sorry, I love that kid.
He's so good. King Curtis.
I'm packing my bags.
Okay, well the next one is quite obvious, and this is one I did know was offensive. I have been told not to call Americans Yanks.
Yeah.
So don't call Yanks Yanks.
Which is weird because they have the New York Yankees.
Right,
so like,
that's where it's from.
But then why is that offensive? Because Yankee is like, Yank is a stem of Yankee.
True. And why is it that when we had, sorry, I just, not why, this separate point. True, Yank comes from Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when you and I had a meeting with, and she is a British woman, and she kept being like, oh, you two going over to America? Oh yeah, them Yanks will blow smoke right up your ass. Yeah. And she was saying stuff. She was like, oh, the Yanks, they chat so much. They just chat.
She just kept saying the Yanks,
the Yanks. And I think it's an older generation of Brits that refer to Americans as Yanks. Yeah. And we've been told not to. Yeah. And we know that maybe they don't like it, but then we do wonder why the team.
Yeah, it's called the Yankees.
And that,
I mean, yeah, I'd never call Americans Yanks because I think it just doesn't sound like it's a nice term. It sounds like a pejorative term. But what do they call Brits? Because I know, like, Australians call Brits Poms.
Oh,
and that's supposedly offensive. But if someone called me a Pom, I'd be like,
oh, lovely.
Cool, lovely. Oh, is that French for apple? Yeah, oh, lovely.
Let's have a little crunchy
Let's have
apple.
a Pom. Yeah.
Pom.
But what do they call Brits? Toffs? No, Toffs. What do they call Tommies?
Really?
No. Is that from the war?
Tommies, yeah, I think that's a war thing.
Either way, why don't we just call people Americans or Brits?
Or just people.
People, just human beings on this earth.
Let's just celebrate cultural differences.
Yeah. Oh, the next one, we won't dwell on this because we know we talk about it a lot. Stingy tipping, that triggers Americans.
So offensive.
And just to cover our backs, you know, in the UK, you don't have to tip. You can tip, and you probably should tip a little bit, but it's not required.
You don't have to.
Whereas in America, like, they're like, you know, you have to tip. So,
oh, we absolutely have to, yeah.
So that's why
you should budget your tipping in with your budgeting, with your money for the whole trip.
So just don't blame Brits if they haven't tipped very much because we don't do it.
No, the cost of it is what it is, including all of the pay for the staff, because all the staff get paid really well here in restaurants and stuff. Anyway. Won't dwell.
So the next one says friendly offensive banter, and I don't know what this means. I'm guessing.
Read it out.
Oh, it's when. Okay, so it's like when you're friendly with you, and if I called you like a stupid old bitch or something.
Oh, we know it's jokey.
We know it's jokey, but American might be like, that's really rude. Don't call me that. Even though you're a mate and you're just calling each other.
Oh, do you remember in a video where you were like, oh, you silly...
about my mum. I was like, oh, she's so stupid or something. They're like, don't call your mother stupid.
You got told off by our viewers.
And I was like, shut up. I'll call my mum whatever I want to call her. And she knows I call that. She knows it's a joke. It's like endearing. It's the way Brits relate to people that are close to you.
Yeah, Joel calls me a thick bitch, stupid bitch, thick it's just funny.
Yeah,
like, it's just part of our banter. Like
the other day, Leah was upset. Do you remember? You were upset about something, and I was like, "Come here," and you were like, "No," and I was like, "Come here now, sit down." I'm like, "Sit down, you stupid bitch."
And I was
Give
like,
me a cuddle.
Alright, I will sit down. Actually.
And then I gave her a hug. But that's how we talk to each other.
Yeah, come here, you thick bitch. You're being stupid. You're being stupid about the situation. You know what I mean? I think maybe that would be lost in translation. Imagine trying to comfort your American friend and be like, "Come and sit down here, you thick bitch."
Yeah, I just can't imagine it.
They'd
be like, "Come here, sweetie." Yeah. She wouldn't greet me like, "Oh, you bastard."
Sorry, I just saw a really offensive one. We're so childish.
We're so childish. You just pick the rudest word you can, and then you just like put an adjective in front of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's just us.
That's just us.
We won't do it in
fine
America.
Here. No, we won't do that in America.
Yeah.
We know when to switch it off.
Yeah, you stupid viewers.
Okay.
See, that was
banter. Here's one we are guilty of. It's mocking their heritage. So mocking an American's heritage. So perhaps they're part Irish, part Italian.
Part Scottish.
We didn't know. Have we done that? We have, haven't we?
We have, because we've mentioned in a video how we find it funny when Americans say I'm part Irish, because we're like, every American claims to be part Irish.
Oh, we
and it's
have
like,
said that.
Are you? But then this article says that's offensive because maybe they actually are, but it just, to Brits, every time, like, if you say you're British, an American is like, oh my gosh, I'm part Scottish. And you're like, are you though?
Yeah, I think we just find it funny because in our lives, everyone knows someone Irish.
Yeah.
Everyone knows someone who's a bit of something.
Yeah, maybe it's interesting in America, but here we're like, cool.
I think we find it a bit. I think that's the reason why we said, yeah, but are you Irish? Because everyone's a bit Irish.
Yeah.
I don't know one of my friends from school that's not a bit Irish.
No.
All my English mates are a bit Irish.
That's so true.
So I think that's why we criticised it, but we didn't realise probably till now that it is actually quite offensive if they have really got heritage from there and their family from there and they really feel very connected to that place. That's absolutely valid.
Yeah.
So sorry.
We're sorry, guys.
This is also an apology.
It's an apology
as well as an informative video.
We're so sorry. We won't ever make fun of you being part Irish. Even it wasn't even making fun of them being Irish. It was just making fun of the fact that every American has some sort of heritage that is connected to you.
Yes.
And we're like, cool. I guess it's just like if we told an American, like, we're part Canadian, they'd be like, cool, Canada's just up there. But to us, Canada's so far away that we're like,
yeah, it's exotic. It's exotic. So exotic. Like being British anywhere but Britain is cool.
Yeah. Like, but in Britain, if you're British, you're like,
not enough. You need to be from somewhere else to be cool, to be written about in papers.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So that's that.
That's that. So that's that.
But I guess it's cool if we say we're from like somewhere else in Europe. So like my family are like, track the history of my family and where they're from in mainland Europe.
That's cool.
That's cool.
But English, British, not cool.
Not cool. You don't want to be British. You don't want to be English, Scottish, Welsh or Irish.
Just not enough. Not enough. No. I don't know how to make that up. Okay. Why is that a song? Never be enough.
Yeah, it's from Great Showman, the film you hate.
I still haven't properly seen it. Seen the first 25 minutes.
And then left the cinema.
Don't shoot me. Okay.
You're entitled to an opinion.
Thank you.
You think it's a rubbish film? You think it's a rubbish film?
I'd give it another go, but I needed to, like, I couldn't suspend my belief.
Okay.
Okay.
It's because of musicals.
Yes. Perhaps on the West End.
Yes. You're not a musical girl.
No, like a good play.
Yeah.
So do you. Yeah. Right, is that enough?
That's enough. I think we've spoken quite enough. Let us know, guys, what you thought of those things. Are they offensive? Are they just offensive to people who are easily triggered? Or
is this article a pile of poo-poo?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let's reinforce this is from BBC America. It's not from Joel and Lia.
Yeah, it's like when people put in their Twitter bios, views on my own. Oh no,
yeah,
it's the opposite of that. It's the opposite of that.
Views are not our own.
Views are that of the BBC.
Of
BBC. Big thank you to Squarespace who have sponsored this video. Squarespace, as we mentioned at the beginning, are a platform where you can create your own website, showcase what it is you do online on your website. Get going today. Why not start a free trial?
Yeah, and if you decide that your website looks absolutely beautiful and you want it, lit. If you think it looks lit and you want to launch it, you click launch, you buy a domain, and with our code you get 10% off. Don't say we don't treat you guys.
Yeah, there's always going to be a little deal in there.
Yeah.
Big thank you again to Squarespace, and thank you guys for watching this video. See you next
see you
time.
soon. Bye.
Like, subscribe. Bye.
Like, subscribe, yeah, Yanks. No, they don't like that.
They don't like that.
They don't like that.
We've just discussed
We've discussed that that's offensive.
Yeah.
Bye, America, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Give this a thumbs up if you think we should have a Good Morning America show.
We should, shouldn't we? Good morning,
Morning America.